doing, if I'm being quite frank. I had a bunch of plans. Like literally I went through I started wanting to work on the Discord bot, and I started getting into that. And then I had a really cool idea for web scraping, and I started looking into that. And the thing is, I try to avoid doing things on stream that are a pun on. I mean, quite frank. I try to just avoid doing stuff on stream that's like potentially dangerous. You know, I try to avoid doing stuff that, you know, I might accidentally have a secret code or something that I can't really show you guys, and I don't like having that risk. So I generally try to avoid. I try to do everything off stream if possible. And that's generally like the story behind it. And today I was trying to do that and get all these things done, and here we are. None of it was done. So I was planning on doing a writing challenge today, but I will also say that I'm not sure if anybody's actually wanting to do that yet. I feel like I saw no one pick up the writing role. Oh, actually, I'm looking at it right now. Some people picked up the playtesting role, which is interesting. So that's good. At least we're seeing people starting to pick up roles. But writing seems kind of dead. I don't know. If anybody comes up and says they want to do the writing challenge with me, that'd be cool. But for right now, let's first let everybody know I'm live. I think that's the first thing that probably should be done. Oops, a daisy. Here we go. Okay, everyone now knows I'm live. There's an ad that's about to happen on Twitch. You know, everything is as it should be, more or less. But yeah, so essentially what I was doing before I started here was I was originally planning on making a Discord bot, and I might actually still do that. Maybe I'll do it, but I'll like hide everything so you guys can't see what I'm doing. Maybe what we'll do instead is we'll make. Okay, so let me explain the projects. I think I owe you guys at least an explanation of what I have on the back burner. So as I mentioned on the Discord, I've quit the job that was problematic. So now, because that job has left the chat, now we should be able to do more fun stuff. So that's great. That's fantastic. That means that I can probably get back to doing daily streams, which is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. It also means that a lot of projects that I've just had to shelf because it's like, oh yeah, I can't dedicate, 80 hours of the next 4 months to making this project happen. This is just like too much time for a single project. Now I can probably have a bit more leeway with my pet projects that I've just been ignoring, which is also great. So out of those projects, I think the biggest ones, the ones that have really kind of irked me the most, is I've always wanted to create something for stream. And I've been specifically, I wanted to create a chat bot that is for Twitch, that is for YouTube, for Discord. I want to kind of create a chat bot that is encompasses everything. So I can kind of make it so that viewers can pop in and out of chats and have cool things, and we have like little characters and stats and kind of really reward viewers for being good viewers, or for chatting, or for being there, or for showing up, or even just for playing mini games outside of stream. I'd like to motivate people to do challenges, contests. I kind of want to create this ecosystem and have a strong backbone that I can kind of plug into any chat service or any platform and make it work. Also, my chair is sliding me away from the camera. Bring me back. There we go. So This chair is like, if I let go, it kind of slowly slides me this way. But yeah, so that's kind of one of the bigger projects I want to do. There's also a bunch of stuff I've been wanting to do in terms of like, I want to create a mobile game. That's another thing I really want to do, and I kind of want to build it for you, build it on YouTube, and like make videos and stuff about it, like actual like videos, not lives. I think that's one thing that I've always wanted to do is with the lives, you know, it becomes difficult for me to really condense information for you guys. And I'd like to kind of return to creating tidbits that not just my most dedicated viewers can enjoy. People can theoretically take a couple minutes and see a project from start to end. But yeah, so I think what I'm going to do right now, I've made up my mind. I've been thinking about it for the last 20 seconds while I was talking. Today, we're going to look at game jams. And we are going... Honestly, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to just hop into... Let's hop into the Discord and maybe let people know that I'm live in the Discord. Let's go on Fireside. And when I'll just like look for a fun game jam that we can do. Here, I'm gonna go to home base. I'm live and also or should I not? I feel like I shouldn't do that. That's kind of risky. Whatever. I'll bite. Let's do I'm in the VC live on stream. If you want to hang out. Lamau. For the record, when I'm like typing, I kind of have this inner monologue. I'm like, let me say this out loud and see how I sound like to myself. Anyways, so also looking at today's voting thing. Let me take a look at this actually right now. So we have some reactions. So we have some people want some game jams. It seems like we have some votes for, a lot of votes for viewer contests. And we have one extra vote for just general conversations. Close to the deadline. Yeah, don't worry. Nice to see you here, Chris Paul. Good luck on your deadline. Hope you get it done in time. I should make a lurk command. I need to make the Discord bot. That is, or not Discord, Twitch bot. Twitch, Discord, YouTube, make all the bots. But anyways, I think I am... Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Let's look at itch.io and see if there's any fun game jams. What is going on right now? Is there any featured jams that are... Wait, let's take a look. Featured jams. Tabletop jam. There is a pretty fun looking jam that was... Apparently it's tabletop based. Man, I really I hope one day I can go to like a in-person game jam. I really miss doing that kind of stuff. I didn't know that itch.io had physical game jams. Okay, but anyways, that was kind of a dead end for me. Let's see. The biggest one that I think is reasonable for me to try to do on this stream is the Spring Jam, hosted by Akan, with submissions due. It's entirely in Russian. Can I translate this thing? That's... honestly, I take it back. This is not a good game jam, I think. At least not one that I'm interested in personally. Man, this is not looking good for me right now. I was really hoping that I'd get lucky and be like, oh yeah, here's like a dozen. Actually, there's more game jams. There's Easter Jam 2024. Unexpected Jam. Man, I am struggling to find something that's really fun to do right now. Let's do it based off of participants, more than 100. Okay, that kind of lowers it a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna do this game jam. Why not? How much time do we have on this game jam? We have 3 days. Let's try to do something on today's stream and see if I can just make it interesting. The theme for this game jam is one really big thing with mechanical and exploration as secondary themes. And let's do... yeah, okay. Let's do this game jam. Why not? One really big thing with mechanical and exploration. I'll spend like about 10 minutes brainstorming before I do anything else. I'll get my little paint thingamajig up so you guys can... and let's kind of think about this. So we want one really big thing. And then we want additional themes: mechanical, wild card is exploration. So I'm kind of already imagining, what if the idea behind it is it's a you're exploring a terrain and you're like a mechanical creature that's building itself up. That could be fun. I'm kind of, maybe I could take it in a different direction too. Why not? What if we had... okay, so let's draw some stuff. So let's move this. One really big thing. I'm trying not to get stuck on the concept of a big thing. I think when I think of like a really big thing, I'm kind of trying to think about like something that takes up a lot of screen real estate. So like maybe like a oh, actually, I have an idea. Okay, new idea. Because exploration is the wild card in here. What if we're exploring a big thing? What if, so we have like a maze that we need to explore, and inside this maze, there are like a bunch of like traps and rules and stuff they have to explore. So, okay, I think this is what I'll be doing. We have a maze, and we're gonna have a little explorer guy who's gonna be exploring this maze and trying to make it out. I think that is the vision. Let's stick with this vision. So first up is we need to kind of create like a mechanical maze. A mechanical maze. How I'm still like trying to brainstorm a little bit here. I don't want to tie myself down completely yet. I think with this idea, with this concept I have right now, the first thing we're going to do is create the maze itself. So how do we do that? Let's I'm going to just start coding and see what I come up with right now, because I feel like I'm running myself into a corner by trying to think too deeply about this. Let's get some code up and ready. Okay. So let us hide this. Today we're doing quick math. Hello, Lee the Memer Wolf. Welcome back to stream. I'm gonna get my all the chats up and running, and let's just start coding. I think that is the only thing I can start doing with this project. So as always, we're gonna first start by creating our HTML. Make this a bit bigger so you guys can see what I'm doing. Start by making the HTML document, the head. I've learned, I've been doing research. I've been trying to like learn outside of stream on some of the more deeper concepts. And I think I've come to the conclusion that the script should be done last. I haven't tested this yet. We're gonna try it out in a second and make sure it's working. But for right now, I think that is gonna be the thing. I've been doing research into Canvas. Canvas definitely sounds interesting, but it is It seems like it might be a little bit too much for the kind of stuff I'm trying to do right now. And it seems like for the optimizations we're looking for, it's gonna be we're gonna need to lay a lot of groundwork. So I'm gonna save this as big thing. My desktop. And we're gonna be doing all files. Let's try running it and make sure that we get the initial thing running. Oh, wait. Did not do that right. Files, save as bigthing.html. Whoops. Whoops a daisy. Okay, now let's run it. Big thing. Hello world is working. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll zoom this in. We have our basic hello world working. Next up, let's add in input output. So we're going to make the script. So input equals empty. And then we're going to add some event listeners. Document.add event listener. Every time I take even a day break, I forget half of what I'm doing. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Add event listener, key down. Is it on key? I think it's just key down. Key down, comma. If input does not include event.key, input.push key. Breaks, Lee the Meme Wolf is saying, breaks sometimes help you forget things for a little bit, yeah. No, I shouldn't be taking breaks as often as I do. I think the main thing right now is just that life gets in the way a lot. So we're gonna add this part of my development is always the same. Quite frankly, this is more just muscle memory. Forgot. Well, more, I make mistakes, obviously. I just saw one event, and here I equals input dot index of event.key. If I is not equal to -1, input.splice I, 1. And then we're going to add set interval document.body.inner HTML is going to equal to input. 1000 over 60. And let's run it and find out what happens. It's not working. Check the console. I agree with you that that's kind of what's happening right now. But I think no matter what you're doing, no matter what you code in, you limit yourself. I don't think there's really like anything where I can say honestly that you aren't limiting yourself in some way. Wait, file, save as. We're still not getting any bugs, which is something I'm very, very concerned about. Is it on? I'm gonna just check my previous code. Inspect this thingamajig. Every time I think I remember it correctly, I always like do it slightly differently, and that is not good for me. There we go. We have inputs and outputs. Now I'm going to try seeing if I move this to the bottom, if this will work. It does. Okay. I'm going to do this from now on because I think this makes more sense when I was doing before. But hey, so we have inputs. Now let's make a div move, as I've done quite a few times so far. So we'll do x equals 0, y equals 0, and we'll start adding styles to the head. And in the head, we're going to add character is going to be the ID character is going to be position is going to be fixed. I hope I'm doing this right. Position fixed, background color is going to be black. We're going to do height 100 pixels. Well, min 10 view height, comma 10 view width. Copy this for width as well. Get some scaling done already. You're on a call. What did I miss? Well, right now today I didn't really have anything planned beforehand. So I kind of just decided to look up some game jams. And for today's game jam, I am going to be... So the game jam I found is one that's called the Chill Devs Chill Jam number 7. Here, I'll post the link in the Twitch. And on the YouTube it's more complicated. So I'll be working on this game jam, and the concept is, what they want me to do is make a game where the theme is going to be a really big thing with mechanical and exploration. And I'm kind of imagining some kind of big mechanical thing that you're exploring. It's kind of basic, but I think what I'm going for is more of the vibe of the Stalker series. Have you ever heard of that? Where it's like something you're exploring, but you don't really know how to explore, and you kind of have to live off the mistakes of previous iterations. I don't know. I'm kind of we'll see. I'm gonna start working on this and we'll see how far I get. I think so far this looks okay. Let's make a div with ID equals car. Okay, we have that. And now we'll set left document.getElement by ID car dot style dot left equals x plus no. We'll do min plus x plus view width, comma, plus x plus view height. Hello, Sorty, welcome back to stream. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, this is a kind of a spur of the moment decision. I do have my first day of my new job tomorrow, so I'm not even sure how much time I can really dedicate to this right now. But it sounds like a fun little thing, so we'll maybe if people like it, or if you guys are interested, I can continue working on this for the time being. Okay, we got that working. Oh, no. I quit the job. That wasn't Sorty. That wasn't me losing my job. I just wasn't a job that paid well, but just wasn't really good for my mental. And it's been part of the reason why I've been like struggling. I'm still kind of recovering from it. I'm not like 100% back yet. It's definitely better though. Definitely better. If input dot includes, I'm definitely in a better place mentally than I was not even a couple days ago. What a yvel. Yvel. Well, we'll also have a if it's on the ground for right now. For right now, we're going to do a solid, and y is equal 0 to yvel else if y equals 0, yvel is equal to 0, else yvel minus equals 0.1. y plus equals yvel. And with that, I think that is all we have to do to get jumping done. Let's see if the jumping is working. Forgot to do. If y is less than or equal to 0. Y equals 0, else y is equal plus equals yvel. That should fix it. Let's try this again. Pretty basic. We have vertical motion. Now let's add horizontal motion. If input dot includes a x plus equals 0.1. If input dot includes d minus equals x plus equals 0.1. And with that, I think we now have all the basic mechanics. Maybe let's improve the gravity by just a little incy bit. It's kind of it's doing the jitter. We've had this happen before in a previous game where it kind of like pops below the surface. We'll make an edge case for that later. I'm not going to really worry about it too much right now. I feel like, honestly, one thing I am kind of feeling is I gotta boost my adrenaline on stream. Honestly, I feel like I need caffeine. I need a coffee machine right here. Like literally, I should be able to like coffee break and we just like put some elevator music on and I brew some coffee. That should be a thing. We should make that happen someday, maybe. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I feel like I'm saying I don't know a lot as well. Now let's begin adding platforms. So let's begin by adding a singular platform. Espresso! Yeah, maybe an espresso machine. I feel like that'll be more expensive though than like a cheap $10 coffee machine. A little Mr. Coffee just hanging out in the corner. Let's create dot platforms and the platforms are going to have these thingamajobs. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a system for these things to be brought into existence. For right now, we'll just have a separate variable called platforms that's going to hold for, let's say, 2, 2. The espresso script sounds like a name of a code. There definitely is something out there called espresso script. In fact, I'm going to Google it right now. I will say, we're spelling espresso wrong, but there are stuff called like espresso. Don't make coffee addiction even worse. Eventually, it'll pass you the bill. I'm already way past that point. I'm more or less reliant on caffeine. It's an addiction, but you know, it's by far the most legal addiction in the country. So I feel like I'm in the clear, at least legally. Maybe one day it's gonna truly catch up with me, but. So what we want to do here is we want to build a system for this platform to work. And how we're going to do that is I wanted to talk to you guys about how I'm going to make platforms work, because in the previous time we've done this, the way how we handled making the platforms work was pretty bad, because it was very inefficient from a time complexity standpoint to get the floor for our character. And I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and I think I have a better solution. Involving like a sorting algorithm and so on. I'm going to try to build that from scratch for this project, because last time we did this, we had horrible efficiency. A non-justifiable efficiency. But for right now, we're going to let's make a function for this. I do not feel like doing this without a separate function. Function, we're going to call it get ground. Well, get ground. Why not? Get ground. And we're going to make it very inefficient initially, and then we're going to... Why not BSP? I forget what that acronym stands for. Could you remind me? Okay, I'm not saying it on Google either. You're gonna have to binary space partitioning. Is that just a basic tree structure? Is that what we're talking about right now? Okay, let's look into this. It's a little bit different. It's a tree structure, but the use of it is a bit different than what I'm thinking about. I mean, okay, so I'm looking at it right now, and it's basically what I'm trying to do. So, I mean, so here's kind of... let me just explain the algorithm that I'm planning on using for this. I'll try to explain it in simple terms. So here's the general gist of it. Let's remove this. So we have our little character guy, and we have, let's say, platforms. And I'll be doing this using using tiles. I'll be using tiling for this. So we have all these platforms and stuff like that. And obviously it'll be like overlapping and so on. So what I was thinking about doing is, when we're exploring, when we're trying to see where this guy is, we're going to sort these all into an array that is going to be from top to down and then from left to right. So that way, what we can do is, once we find an element that is below this character, we can just go up in the array and see if there's anything below. Like once we get an element that is either to the left, too far to the left, or on top of this element, we can stop. So basically we can do a search algorithm where we're going to kind of close the gap. I forget the name of it. Not bubble. There's a search algorithm for this. Binary search? It's probably binary search. I'm not good with names. I feel like anybody watching this channel, just FYI, if I'm not writing a script about it, I forget the names. Like if you guys tell me like 10 words about the topic, I'm like, oh yeah, I did all the time. But when it comes to like naming thing and naming conventions and so on, out of my head. I just horrible with it. I can't memorize names to save my life. But yeah, so that's the general idea for this tiling. And this should have log n time complexity. So because my previous algorithm had like n time complexity, which is, you know, not horrible, but log n is a huge improvement. I feel like I still have like trauma from that game jam that I'm trying to like recover from. Okay, let's take off the drawing. Let's continue coding. Back to the code. To the code. So what we want to do here is for let I equals. Also, I should start doing variable conventions on these things. I don't know why I'm being so lazy. I mean, I can be lazy. I think that is the reason why I'm being lazy, is because I can. But that is definitely not something I should encourage myself to keep doing. I less than platforms dot length. And we're going to have a variable initiated initially where ground is equal to 0. If platforms I zero is less than 10. The scaling is kind of weird with how I'm doing it right now. I gotta be a bit more careful with the scaling I normally am. Hey Maple GGs, how's it going? It has been a long time. Right now I'm doing a little bit of code, a little bit of a game jam. But yeah, welcome back to the stream. It's been quite a while. How's life been treating you? So what's going on with this project? So this is for a game jam that I just found out about 20 minutes ago, called the Chill Devs Game Jam. And the theme of it is one really big thing, mechanical exploration. So we have to, I mean, okay. It says that the main theme is one really big thing, then the additional theme is mechanical, and the wild card is exploration. But, you know, if they're giving me these topics, may as well kind of dive in properly. So what a game jam is it is essentially a short period of time where we developers, or like It's like they give us a topic and then we got to make a game for that topic. So it'd be like, hey, make a platformer in 7 days, and then we have 7 days to make a game that we don't submit. People play that game and they're like, hey, that game's pretty awesome. Let's give it I'll give it a rating, and then we're gonna compare all the ratings. And sometimes they give out awards, sometimes it's just for like clout. It's mainly just like a way to like kind of force yourself to code quickly and effectively and make a game in a short period of time. Yeah, it's a hackathon for gaming. Exactly. So if you know what a hackathon is, it is exactly that, but for gaming. And the main difference between that and me is, or between me and other game jammers, is I have a tendency to build stuff from scratch, which is really not a game jam thing to do, but I do it anyways. I kind of like build every game from the basic components of like just HTML and JavaScript without using a game engine and stuff, and I kind of just hack at it. And that's kind of what I've been doing for a while. For like my last I've done like 3 game jams so far. The last 2 game jams I kind of had to quit because I just didn't have time to complete them. Again, because of the work that I had, the job I had that just really would not let me have the time I needed. Did I hear a buzz? Okay. So, actually, I haven't heard about devpost.com. I never heard of it before. But personally, what I've been using for game jams is itch.io. So, like for instance, the jam I'm currently looking at is this one right here. And if you want to look at other jams at itch.io, like just the general postings, you can go here, and you can see all the jams. So if this is less than x minus greater, but yeah, so right now what we're doing is we have a very basic platform working right now. So we have a little guy that is bouncing around. That is that's functional. You're trying to get my buddy Dan to pull up, but I think he's busy. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I'll be streaming. So I was talking about this earlier, and this is a new thing because I just quit my job. But what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to start streaming daily. That's kind of the goal. And also, my channel, like, okay, not to self-plug too hard. Also, I think there's an ad right now. I'm going to wait for the ad to finish. Not sure if you have. I think the ad just yeah, no, I think you might be subscribed, or maybe you have Twitch, whatever the Twitch thing is that you pay for to have no ads. I'm not sure, but I was just waiting so people who don't have that can hear what I have to say, but I don't want to sound too self-pluggy, but we do have I do a lot of game development, and we do have a Discord, and I'm trying to make stuff to help people make games. So like we did a thing yesterday where I was making game art with viewers. So I made like a hackathon but for art yesterday, and that was kind of fun. And only one other person did it with me, but it was like an hour of making a quick walk animation, and it was pretty fun. And I'm planning on doing that for like all sorts of like facets of game development. No. The thing is, it's still, I can't just like, there's a limit. There's a limit because you have to realize that when I'm talking on stream and so on, I cannot expect everybody here to be here like sold on the Urbandrei experience. A lot of people here are probably like, are still trying to be like, should I keep watching this guy? Should I watch him in the future, etc.? Is there an overarching organization on GitHub that you set up or something? Because I'll join. So the thing is, almost everything we're doing right now is through Discord. I do have GitHub and I do post my projects on GitHub if that is something that people are interested in. I haven't really messed around with organizations on GitHub before. So I mean, maybe there's a need for it. I can do something like that. I'm not opposed to it if there is a want from the community for that. But also, I just haven't really seen. You're the first person to even mention that. But the Discord, that is where we're doing a lot more of this stuff. Also, I probably should keep coding while I'm talking about this. I have a bad tendency to like go off on tangents and like stop coding entirely. Hey Ashan, I'm gonna pronounce your name wrong, but Ashan Iqbal? Iqab? Hope I'm saying it right. I'm really bad pronouncing names. But welcome to the stream. And platform I1 is greater than ground, and platform I1 is less than y. Ground equals platform I1. And now what we can do is, this is going to be very inefficient right now, but we're going to stick with it for the time being. Ooh, boy. So, Maple said, okay, wait, I'm going to respond to Maple, and I'll respond to Ashan. Maple said, what would be cool is, because I'm trying to practice or learn myself, like program management and development. So I'm trying to see how people organize projects using different tools, whether it's Kanban boards, etc., or Asana, and then go through them. That was a stupid paragraph. I didn't even finish that sentence. No, I mean, I get what you're trying to say, though. Like, you're trying to see like what different organizational tools people use for projects. Personally, my experience is just Discord, but it's also kind of just a me thing. Also, Ashan is saying, what's my idea? So to reiterate, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a game jam. And the game jam is the theme is one really big thing that is mechanical, and there's a side quest of exploration. So that's kind of what I'm going through right now. I'm trying to basically make this thing. And what I do normally when I'm doing stuff like this is I build stuff from the ground up. So right now we're kind of building the bare bones of platforms. We're building the bare bones of a platformer. We're getting the bones. Oh boy, that's not promising. What? Let's see if there's a bug. It might be a bug. No bug? Okay, it's a logical error then. Logical error. If y is equal to ground, y x. If y less than or equal to get ground, y equals get ground. I'm going to console log get ground for the time being, just to see what it is actually spitting out. It's probably like a very, very basic logical bug. Probably take a wild guess. Inspect. Undefined. That would do it. Because we didn't return anything. Woo! Fun bugs. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we have, it's working, but I gotta give ourselves a bit more oomph on the jump to see if we're actually like having a ground there. So let's bump the vertical speed of the jump real fast. Come on, where is it? It should be like right here. Yeah, that isn't working. Kind of a fun little jump right there though. Let me see. Can I inspect? Look at the console. Ooh, okay, so there is... It is seeing the platform. Look, it's seeing the platform. But it isn't landing on it. I think what's happening is it's going through it. I know what I gotta do. I actually mentioned this earlier. I knew what was gonna happen. So what happens is if y, it is not y is equal to get ground. If y minus y vel is less than or equal to get ground, that is the difference. In this, oh, we got a bug. Got a bug. Y plus y vel. Whoops. Okay, so that's working. Where is the platform? It's not working entirely. If y plus y vel is less than or equal to get ground, y is equal to get ground. That should be correct. But it's not correct. That's kind of frustrating, not gonna lie. Honestly, okay, I'm gonna, in order to figure out what's going on here, let's remove the X. Oops, daisy. A little more. Let's remove the X requirements of this and see if the vertical thingamajigs work properly. I don't know why it isn't stopping. Ay. Okay. If y vel plus 0. So I'm guessing at some point y vel plus... This has to be true. What if I started with this conditional? This actually might be the best way to do this. Let's remove this, and we're going to drag that over there. This might just fix it, which would be unfortunate. Ooh, that's a bug. Okay, if y... Well, okay, we need to see if it... Okay. Okay, no, I'm wrong, because this has to be the first one, because we need to get the conditional to get it off the ground. So if y... If input dot includes w, and y equals get ground, then that happens. That's correct. If y plus y vel is less than or equal to get ground, then y vel is equal to 0, and y equals get ground. That's correct. Else, y vel minus equal 0.2, y plus equal y vel. It's all looking correct to me. I'm not sure what I'm doing explicitly wrong right now. I'm just wondering, does this ever get called? Okay, well, it gets called when it's on the ground, but... let's slow down the motion just a little incy bit. Let's do 20. I'm not seeing it. That's bizarre. Okay. So clearly get ground is working. It is returning the ground that I need. Is it because it's less than or equal to here? That might be it, actually. Wait. Let's set the platform location as 20 in the air. I think I'm forgetting what the scale of this is. Oh. Okay. Well, it's still failing occasionally. But it's not failing as much anymore. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. This doesn't have to be changed. Let's remove this comment. Man, I could have just copied my previous code, honestly. I've done this like a dozen times already. I don't know why it's cutting through like that. Like, it should just... If y plus equals y plus y vel is less than or equal to this. It should lock in place. This is such a very bizarre bug I'm having. I should not be stuck on this for this long. I'm almost embarrassed to be stuck on this for this long. That's kind of ridiculous. That might actually fix it. I think maybe the issue is I'm changing to y vel too frequently. Okay, that works. Now let's display the platforms. We're gonna want to do document dot add. I forget the stuff for this. I'm gonna just look up my old code. Let's go here. How did I do this? Create element, append child. Okay, good. Dot create element, and the class name is going to be actually, we're gonna do it this way. And we're gonna call this platform. And we're gonna build it at dot style dot left equals min. I'll just write this out for right now. And all that being said and done, and we have a bug. Seg equals and seg. Document dot body dot append child seg. Left and bottom. Okay, so I need to fix this and be on the get ground. What we're looking at is that. With that, now it should. Well, that's fantastic. Huh? Okay, that's bizarre. Use Arch, James? I haven't gone to use Arch yet. I've actually been seriously considering using Arch recently. Mainly because it seems like it aligns most with my views on like how an OS should operate. But I just haven't really gone around to playing around with it. And I use Adobe. Right now I'm working on a project in Adobe Illustrator. Like today I spent at least 4 hours using Adobe Illustrator. And that's something I can't use in Arch, unfortunately. I think the second I'm free from this project, I'm probably going to switch. I don't know. Every time I say that I'm going to leave Adobe, I get drawn right back in. It's probably qualifiable as an addiction to Adobe by this point. It just is something I'm very used to using. So Adobe is kind of like my bread and butter. I really don't want to leave Adobe, but also Adobe has a lot of problems. I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship. But until I really have a system that I can use Adobe on and have a system I can stream on, I can't really switch all the way to Arch. But Arch is cool. If you're using Arch and if it works for you, then I have no. That sounds great. If platforms I1 less than or equal to Y minus, it should be minus 10. I'm kind of curious now. If I drop this to 10, and drop this to 10, do we have a bug where it doesn't lock to the correct location? You think Arch, by the way, is a meme? I can imagine being a meme. I still mean what I'm saying. I kind of want to use Arch. I don't know. The thing is, I've always, I think my ideal Linux configuration is as little bloatware as possible, as little non-Linux things as possible, and then I slowly add in only the stuff I need. And I'd love to just be able to, I don't know, just have everything be open source, everything be fast, crisp, even on like a really bad laptop. I'd love something like that. That's definitely like how I would, something I really would like to have. And okay, so that was working. Arch seems to promise that. But yeah, it might be a meme. But I do mean what I'm saying, though. I do meme what I'm saying. Let's, okay, so the issue isn't with the exact positioning. Is Y plus 10? Am I... That can't be right. Why? No, that's not going to be right. Why does that... Wait, what? No way. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, did I forget to update the location? No, it's still correct. Why is that still doing... I'm probably gonna run for like... continue coding for another like 20 minutes. Also, one thing I'm gonna do real fast, because this has been a continuous problem on YouTube for me. I cannot see when you guys subscribe to me. Okay, good. No one's... I mean, I'm not saying this like, okay, good, no one subscribed. I'm saying this as in, okay, good, I didn't miss somebody subscribing. What? I'm confused, Chris Ball. I'm confused on what you're saying. Why is this? So right now I'm using Streamlabs OBS. The I meme what I say got me. Listen, I'm a comedian. I'm here all night, more or less. So I think I'm a lot funnier than I come across on stream. I feel like I. Oh, okay. Also, to answer before I forget, to answer Maple GG's question, I'm using Streamlabs OBS. I got their Pro. I'm using that. I want to do. I want to go back to using standard OBS like I did for like the last 2 years. Because quite frankly, I don't use their Pro features, and I really don't feel like I'll ever use them. Because they're just not really well, like, not to be hypercritical. I think if you're the average streamer, like, if you were, if you're the average streamer and you want to just make content right out the gate, and you just want a solution that will do everything a normal streamer would need, Streamlabs has everything. I can't deny it's good. Okay. Pros and cons of Streamlabs. Okay, so here's the thing. So if I needed a single tool to do everything for streaming, and I couldn't, and I really wanted to get like the streamer experience, you can make your bot, you can make your overlays, you can get you can make a website for your stream, you can make a donation channel. You can make like it has social media help. You can get multi-streaming setup. You can do social media call-outs on Twitter. You can do all these things using the pro level, and it'll do it all for you, and that's phenomenal. Like for the average streamer who just wants the bare minimum to get off the ground, it's great. Where it falls apart to me so where it falls apart to me is the fact of the matter is that I'm very, very particular about the stuff I have. And I think, so here's, actually, we had this discussion yesterday, and I think it's kind of where it comes down to it. Let me first talk about OBS, though. The nice thing about OBS is that it's open source. It's everything is using OBS anyways, pretty much. Like nothing isn't really using OBS, and it just is the bare minimum you need to like what I'm saying. Streamlabs is the bare minimum to be a streamer, to have all the streaming essentials. OBS is the bare minimum to just stream. There's nothing extra. If you want multi-streaming, you got to make it yourself. You got to code some stuff yourself. If you want cool overlays, you gotta design it yourself. If you want this and that, you kind of have to do a lot more legwork, but you can make it a lot more custom. And also, you don't have to pay for it. That's also another nice side of it, is that it's free. So, but you need to put in a little more legwork to make it your own. But in terms of like, if you have everything you want for your stream, and you just want to put it all together, and you want to be very, very like picky about how you set stuff up, OBS is a better way of doing it. Now, the alternative thing, so about making an alternative, the main thing about me is I'm a niche, and I'm a niche of my own. Like my specific stuff that I care about, very few streamers would care about. And like I said, I feel like Streamlabs does a good enough job capturing the average streamer's needs. Where I think Streamlabs fails is making something that's extremely good at a particular thing. Also, I think their social media editing app sucks. That is by far one of the things I hate the most about Streamlabs. Honestly, I haven't seen if I had to make something for streamers, like if I had tomorrow, let's start our own company and let's make some kind of awesome application for your streamer. It wouldn't actually be a streaming adjacent. It would be social media help, because no application I've seen so far has made my life Twitch has their own thing as well. Twitch has their own streaming thing that you can do straight from your browser. I like how Twitch if you're okay with just streaming to Twitch and nowhere else, Twitch will hold your hand and make it really easy for you. Again, I think it's even more cookie cutter than Streamlabs. It's really for the person who just wants the quickest path into streaming. But Twitch isn't bad if you're just trying to like have the bare minimum to stream on Twitch specifically. You might notice that for all of these things, I'm saying bare minimum. And I think the reason why OBS to me is good is because it may be the bare minimum, but it doesn't really hold you back from building on top of it. Streamlabs kind of feels like, I don't know. You can still do it. I don't think it really holds you back. It definitely feels more complicated, at least in my opinion, than doing stuff on OBS. That might just be because I'm like, I have to first disable their solution to get to my solution. That might be the thing that for me is more frustrating. But yeah, so for me, the main thing that I think, the Twitch thing is, I think it's great for someone who has never streamed before to start streaming on Twitch. I can't deny that. I think it's very, very streamlined for your beginner. I think Maple GG's said it really well. Yeah, again, I think so. Okay, let me explain the stuff that I want to do that Streamlabs won't do for you. And this will kind of explain like 99% of the stuff that. So first of all, I want to make it so that I'll have my own website with my own stuff, specifically for my stream and everything. And I'd like that website to be well integrated with chat, with all the various platforms I'm on. I want to build bots around it and like use Express to connect everything. So I'm just talking right now. I don't think I'm gonna be coding too much more tonight. I have to work tomorrow. Well, my first day of my new job. So let's just like go here. But yeah, so let's move this camera down a little bit too. So I want to basically build a website that has all these integrations. And I think I'm going to keep Ko-Fi as my main, like, for right now. I've considered building payments into my website, but I think I might stick with Ko-Fi just because dealing with payments and banks and stuff is frustrating. Yeah, so in terms of like how I'm gonna host it, it'll definitely be like probably like AWS or something, or maybe I might just privately host it in the beginning, and eventually, once I actually make the website public, I might. So the thing is, for right now, I don't think I'll make it a public website for you guys yet, but I'll make a website that has all the assets, so you can see like, remember the stream avatars? Were you here when I was working on the stream avatars, or like that general kind of thing? So I haven't used stream avatars in a while. I still have it. Maybe until I try to avoid using it because I don't want you guys to get too attached to it again before like I take it away and put my own solution in. Oh yeah, no, that was years. Well, not years ago. That was a year ago when I was looking at the Riot API. But so stream avatars here. Let me show you guys. I can actually show you guys it live right now. Let me bring it up. Let's make it full screen, and let's connect. Yeah, let's do this. Also, I did see the message earlier. I haven't replied to it. Thanks for the compliment, Lee Dememer Wolf. About saying I'm quite vibey. I hope I am. I feel like I could work on my presence, my stage presence better. But personally, I do appreciate the. I do appreciate the support and you guys being around. So I maybe that means you guys like me at least a little itty bit. But so let me bring up, where is Streamlabs? Game capture. Where's game capture? Display. Come on. I will say I do like all the random stuff Streamlabs has. I kind of wish it looked a bit better. Game capture, add source, new source, add source, auto. Yeah, that's the one. Actually, I'm going to do steering avatars. Allow transparency. There we go. Goose. Then we shrink it. Make it big. There we go. So now, if you look closely, you'll notice that there are little character guys who are walking around over here on my stream. So you see Maple GGs, you see me, and if I'm not sure why it's not saying all the viewers on Twitch right now, but if there were more viewers, you'd see them walking around. And that is, that stream avatars is a really cool tool. If you're not like me and you don't want to make it super custom to yourself, oh yeah, there's Chris Ball. Chris Ball's right here. So, if you don't care about like making it super crazy, this is a really cool tool. Honestly, maybe I'll just bring this because I'm being kind of lazy about this. I've been working on this, but this has been a really slow progress. Honestly, we've gone close. What am I saying? I've put work into this. Let me show you guys what I've made so far for this project. Yeah, no. So the thing is, okay, honestly, if you just care about this, Stream Avatars is exactly what you need because it does a really good job. But yeah, so really, Stream Avatars, it's on the what's it called? It's on Steam. Literally, look up Steam Avatars. They have a bunch of they have a little shop which people contribute to that you can pick your own avatars, and you can also upload your own sprites and sprite sheets and stuff. And I'd recommend using Piskel to draw if you want to draw your own stuff and you don't want to, or you can find sprite sheets online. But if you want to draw your own stuff, you can just go to like Piskel, make some sprite sheets, download them, put them into the Stream Avatars, and literally all you gotta do to put on. I can explain this on stream. Maybe I'll make a little tutorial, or if you guys want, I can talk on Discord. If you're on Discord, just ask me and I'll help you guys out. But really, all you gotta do is just open up this game, connect to your Twitch, put in the stuff you want, customize it however you like, and then all you gotta do is add it as a game to your stream, as an overlay, and then allow it to be transparency. Voila, that's all you gotta do. Pretty simple. So it's not like it's really straightforward, and there's a bunch of tutorials, and it kind of makes it easy for you. If you want really heavy customization, it's more difficult, but at a bare minimum, it's pretty easy. But yeah, so the thing is, I've been working on my own version of this, and it's not because this sucks. This is decent. It's pretty good. I'm fairly happy with the way it is. Here are my main complaints, though, and here's the reason why I am trying to make this more of my own. First of all, it's only Twitch. You can't do other things, as far as I can tell. It's only for the Twitch chat. So because I'm also on YouTube and so on, YouTuber people cannot be down here, and that sucks. I'd like it to be, hey, if you're on YouTube, you will be in here. If down the line, if we get TikTok, if you're on TikTok, you can be here. Hey, if you're tuning in on my website or on Discord or on any of my platforms, or you're on social media and you're commenting, you can be here. That'd be kind of cool. Or at least, even if you're not here as an avatar, at least you'll get I could connect it to it somehow and give you guys the ability to interact with this even outside of the stream itself. I think that'd be kind of cool, personally. I feel like that's much more fun. But what it also means is I could give you guys more control over the characters. Maybe I can make a browser extension where you can play and you can control your character live, maybe go on missions and stuff like that, and like have like a mobile game, and I can connect it straight to this thing. So you guys can actually like connect your, control your character live while I'm streaming. So that's another thing that I can't do on Stream Avatars, which I would like. Another thing I was kind of thinking, and this is actually what I was working on. So I was working on this actually about 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. So I did this live on stream. I'll keep the Stream Avatars up while I'm talking about this. But what I was working on was, where is it? What did I call it? I have so many random things open right now. Chat. Oh, it's just called Chatbot. Okay, that's pretty simple. So this is what I've made so far. Here, let me show you guys this. So I made this thing a while ago. That essentially is, I made a virtual chat bot, or a chat. And you can see as people enter and leave the chat, you can see their character enters, their little robot character enters and leaves and like walks around and stuff. So we have a very, very basic Stream Avatars built already. So literally, if I connected this to the chat right now to YouTube and Twitch, we could have these little guys running around. Like this is like very, very like, this would be an easy thing as long as I had the access to the chat. Also separately, I did this on Replit, like I think like about a year ago now. But I made something else. Let me see if I can show you guys this other thing I made. Man, we've gotten super sidetracked. I love it. I call it Twitch Peeps. You can actually see the code I've written for this. This has been like in the works for a long time. But let me remove these things so you guys can actually see this properly. Let me log in. Why won't you let me run? My REPLs. There we go. Can I actually... Did they change this? 1 second. Let me see if this works. Let me add a new source. Also, I think I just got rid of the Twitch feedback, so I kind of changed the scene. Browser source, add source, add source. Does this work? Ah, it works! Woo! Okay. So I made this a while ago, which is basically, I made it like an animation tool where we can create, you can customize your own character. This is kind of how it would look like if I used this tool specifically. And here, let me actually, so an example of this would be if I reload it, you'll notice that all of their, they changed the color of their shirt or the style of their sleeves and so on. And you can kind of change, you can change all of these things at like the art, like you can set a very, very custom, this is all pure CSS. So you can change this on a very, very small level. And also on top of that, not only, I'll keep changing this thing, but not only can you change this on a very, very minute level, but another thing you could do with this is with this system that I made for this, you guys could make your own pixel art and send me the raw CSS and the raw sprite sheets, and I could be like, yeah, I approve that. And you guys can literally, I can dump your characters straight into the stream. Or I can make a tool where I can, maybe if you guys, so as you guys know, I have a Ko-Fi. Well, you probably have noticed by now that the Ko-Fi bot, I literally turned it on like a week ago, and it kind of is annoying right now, but it does exist. I do have a Ko-Fi. And one thing I'm kind of thinking about doing, and the Ko-Fi is not set up, by the way. If you guys want to support me, more than welcome to. But it's not really set up yet. It's kind of still a work in progress. But once it is set up, and once we do have once we get that ball rolling, the main thing about it is, what if I made a tier in the Ko-Fi, a membership tier, where I can give you guys I can customize your sprite live on stream and make you guys your own individual sprite, and then you guys can just have that character. Or what if like the lowest membership, like you pay $2 a month, and I'll give you guys access to the shop. You can fully customize your character, little hats and stuff, stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of really fun. And I'm seeing a bunch of chats, but I've been kind of focusing on getting this thing running. Where is my Twitch chat? Why is this frustrating? Let's get my Twitch up and running again. I also need to make more tooling for myself. I think one of my biggest frustrations is there really is no great solution right now for just managing all of my streams and stuff, multi-streaming. There's been no real good solution for that, and I think they kind of hamstring you so you can't really solve it very easily. But also, okay, so Chris Ball said, as a Spanish poet said, traveler, there is no track. Track is made as you walk. There is no sidetrack, and get ready for a million TOS sprites. TOS sprites? You mean like in terms of service sprites? A little bit confused about what you mean by TO. Or toes? Do you mean toes? Oh, or in terms of service sprites. Okay. But yeah, so I think it'd be really cool to let you guys create your own sprites, or have things where I can customize sprites for you guys, or have customizations options built into the thing, and you guys can have access to it. I think that'd be really fun. And maybe that could be another way how we can, I mean, okay, I don't want to my goal with this isn't just to extract every cent possible out of my viewers. I think at some point I'd like to make a living off of this, but I don't really want to be super crazy about that. But I think it would be nice to give people the opportunity to support me and get some cool recognition for it. So I think whatever I create will never be pay to win. I don't personally believe in that, but I kind of want people to have cool customization options for especially when you're dealing with multiplayer and stream and stuff. That's one thing I've been kind of thinking about a lot. Plus, I mean, that's probably a quicker path to becoming self-sustaining off of this anyways. You can tell me what your thoughts are, and I'm sure there's plenty to debate here about how I can monetize. As much as I wish that wasn't a problem or a thing, that is a thing. But yeah, okay. I think I might be calling the stream over in just a little insy bit, because I need to wake up early tomorrow, and I think starting next week, once I get my new schedule from this new job, I can start I can start streaming every single day. I think that is going to be the goal. Regular streams that are on time. I know that's been a problem recently. I'm really sorry about that. On time and regular and daily and awesome. And I'm going to start trying to... I feel like today, as a title, again, might suggest, was kind of a panic mode type thing. I didn't really have time to set anything up, because up until last hour, I was still kind of working on other projects. And then after that, I had an hour, which I just sidetracked the entire time, and had 3 different ideas, none of which got completed. But I will start having more focus streams, and we'll also have more content that I'm going to release outside of the streams, and we're also going to have the contests. I feel like I'm going to start putting a lot more focus on this stream, especially once I finish my my game that I'm working outside of the stream. That was a huge word vomit. I hope that made sense. But yeah. Let's call it a night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I did put a prompt. If you guys haven't already, I'm gonna keep saying this until I'm confident that everyone has got the message. But on the Discord, we now have roles. So I see some people are in artist role. Actually, let's see how many people picked up the roles already. I am curious. Server settings, roles. Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing some people. Okay, actually, honestly, people are picking up the roles. We have one person in the coder role, 8 people in the artist role. Well, the artist role was already there, so that kind of doesn't count. We have one person in the musician, one person in writer, and 4 people in playtesters. Okay. So if you guys haven't already, and if there's a particular style, like if you like writing, if you like making art, if you like music, if you like game development, like coding and stuff, if you like playtesting games and like acting as like the playtesting side of things, pick up those roles, because I'm going to start using those to call out challenges for you guys. And honestly, the contests on the voting thing I did today, the contest did pretty well. I mean, I will say that some people voted multiple times, but I think the one that seems to have the most variety, and not just me voting, is the contests. So we'll make that be a bigger focus on the stream, or at least outside the stream, maybe. So pick up the roles and start picking the contests. And I'll call out the contest using the roles soon. But yeah, that's kind of all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know we didn't really get a whole lot done. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll do something special tomorrow. We're gonna bring the stream back. We're gonna get the vibes we all hear, the projects and the cool stuff. And we're going to get cool customization and, you know, all the fun stuff. We're going to bring the stream back to its glory days, because we've fallen far, and that is not okay. And it's mostly because my life has not been stream friendly, but hopefully that's changed my new job. And that was a very, very like a rising end to my stream. I don't know. I think it's funny. Okay, so Chris Ball updated his roles. That's good to hear. Also, I think Maple joined the stream or the Discord. That's awesome. Okay, anyways, thanks everyone for joining. Hope you guys all enjoyed, at least somewhat. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I feel like that was a TBD. You should have seen the rules when you first joined the Discord, unless I didn't turn it on. There is a channels and rules. If you go to the Discord, in the top little section, you'll notice that there is events, channels and rules, and members. In the channels and rules, you'll see what are your interests, and what are your interests, you can select what rules you're interested in. Yeah, maybe I'll make that a bit more clear. Maybe I'll add like something there to make it more obvious. Okay. Enough me yapping, or whatever people call it nowadays, and people can't stop talking. Also, my hair looks horrible. There we go. Add a swoop. Okay, I'll see you guys.